Welcome to the Real MacKay, the Scotland Today video blog. Before we do anything else, the lad from Crieff, or should I say the lad for Crieff, watched the Real MacKay in Florida, Coral Gables in Florida. So there we go, special pin, dun, 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 dun. And there we are in Florida. He watched us via AT&T digital cable, and it was the West Opt he saw, which is interesting. I suppose America it would have to be. Anyway, congratulations, lad for Crieff. Keep any other viewings across the world coming. Now, let's go and talk to Raman. Now, if you saw Scotland Today last night, you would have seen this. And straight over to Raman at Ibrox with all the sport across Scotland Today.
Thanks very much, John. Evening, folks, once again from Ibrox, where it is, of course, Rangers against Kaunas in the second qualifying round of the Champions League.
OK, Raman, we're back into the football season. It seems like barely a couple of days ago that we were both at the City of Manchester Stadium for the UEFA Cup final, and indeed you'd been at the Scottish Cup final following that as well. So we're back into the grind already.
It's unbelievable. I was just trying to draw a comparison. I think school kids get off longer than us in terms of a season break now. It's come around so quickly. I was actually with the game last night with Michael, who's operating your camera just now, and he was saying exactly that. Couldn't believe it's come around so quickly. But I was yawning quite a lot last night. I don't know if that was coming back too soon in the late night or the game itself. Probably a bit of both.
So Rangers didn't really perform that well last night, did they? No. Which is perhaps not surprising, given that Kaunas had 15 games already under their belt.
They're halfway through their season. Rangers' first competitive game of the season, but you know, at this level there are no excuses, John.
But that's always going to be a problem, isn't it, for Scottish teams?
Well, it will be, but then a team of Rangers' standards should be ready against a team like Kaunas. I mean, they're no Deportivo La Coruña. I mean, they were a strong team defensively. I think Rangers' problem last night was they couldn't create anything in the middle of the park. Now that's clearly a problem for Rangers. The captain, Barry Ferguson, who is an industrious player, is not the most creative player, but his presence on the pitch means a lot. He wasn't there, and they were devoid of ideas a lot of the time with the high ball. Was getting punted early doors.
So when does the league actually start? It's pretty soon, is it not?
A week on Saturday. We've got the first kick-off. I think Rangers are first to kick off at 12:30. And Celtic unfurl the league flag at Celtic Park on the Sunday. Then the new boys, Hamilton Accies, make their debut against Dundee United on Monday. So yeah, it's all upon us so quickly.
It seems the close season's getting shorter and shorter.
I know.
We had the European Championships, of course, which made the close season seem even shorter.
I know all very well about European Championships. It was my bet that I never got. Not that I'm holding any grudges.
No, I think I found that Richard got all the money. For
a long story, but basically the money should have gone to me and it went to Graphic.
Yeah, so
because of John. But there you go.
It had nothing to do with me. Anyway, tell us about your T-shirt.
It's caused a bit of a stir in the newsroom. Andy, who also works in sport, we kind of like to wear football retro type T-shirts, yeah. So this one is obviously of the great Maradona in one of his famous celebrations. But many people, including you, John, describe the guy as a cheat.
Well, he is a cheat. I mean, a great footballer, but a cheat.
Come on, one incident. One incident. Yeah.
Let me remind you that he was done for doping as well.
Yeah, but 2 incidents. Come on, a guy's allowed to go off the rails and then come back on track.
The doping was particularly performance enhancing.
No, I think that was more recreational, as they call it, Andy.
I would argue that you couldn't put. I mean, a wonderful footballer to see. I'm not going to deny that. And I actually bypassed the chance to see him at Hampden when he was just starting out, which I still find hard to believe. But anyway, so you can't put him up there with Pele or Beckenbauer or Cruyff because he was a cheat.
What I'm saying to you is, how is Maradona going to be remembered? I think the majority of people in the world will remember Maradona as a football legend, not as a guy who took cocaine or a guy who, well, many Scots will remember him as the guy who handled the ball in '86.
That's the thing, for the Scots, it's a bit of a... So someone going to really admire him for it.
Exactly. But it was interesting to see as well as yourself, our good English friends in the office just took a look at the T-shirt today and said, yuck.
Well.
Whereas Andy thought, yes.
Which is the reason you wore it, of course.
Yeah, well, new season started last night. Thought I'd bring the interest back in the office, yeah?
I must admit, I'm saying that it's been a very short pre-season and it's a close season, and it's as if we feel, you know, we're hard done by in that. But the fact of the matter is, it's great. Life without football, it's pretty. Well, you could your cricket, of course.
It's sports season's all round for us. as younger guys, John.
Yeah, the football's back, thank goodness. And you'll see plenty of Raman appearing at stadiums across Europe over the next few months.
And you'll catch highlights of last night's game on the show tonight at 6. Just to give it that wee extra.
We'll see you then. See you at 6.